Taurus, you are navigating the echelons of power needed to break through to new territory. Wield this power carefully, however, as your honor depends on it. Let's do it. Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you guys so much for joining me here and welcome to my table. If you're new here, hello, my name is Zachary. It's nice to meet you. And if you're returning, it's good to see you guys again. Pull up a chair, my friends. I did save you a seat. So, my Taurus friends and friends of Taurus, welcome, welcome. I do have a pretty exciting message, I feel, for you guys here today, and I'm excited to get further into it. So, let's go. In meditation, to start, what came through right as I sat down and asked for your message, I was taken through kind of like a hyper jump, a boost. So, I wrote down here boost and hyper jump. A lot of beautiful colors and swirling, fast moving action. So, I feel like Taurus is moving into maybe something that's not as familiar to Taurus energy, being that of speed, or the possibility of a hyper jump, a hyper change, bursting into new territory. As I said there in the beginning, a possibility here right now of exploring some echelons of power to break through new territory. So this is where wield this power carefully came through. Your honor, I'm asking why? Well, why, Spirit? Why? Your honor is a part of whatever's going on here. And then I was shown the symbol for Leo. And I wrote down here, sun, ego, warmth. And then I was told to bring it home. So this is interesting. I feel a few different things here. Bring that warmth into the home, but like a solar return, having the sun come back home. So by your next birthday, something to this effect, next Taurus season. Yes, let's get into this a little bit further. I did pull a couple of cards here from the Star Codes Astro Oracle. Do you want to do Blue Angel first? Okay, so I was told Oracle, and then I asked what Oracle? Blue Angel, but they wanted me to pull this on camera. So I'll do this first, and then we'll get into the Star Codes Oracle deck as well. Show, Spirit. Blue Angel Oracle here. You just want one. For Taurus, what do we need to know here for Taurus? Ooh, y'all. You want to touch on this? Okay, love this. Bottom. Okay, no, that's totally fine. Do you want to read from the book or just talk about it? Just talk about it. Okay, love that. Peace Angel. This one was on top here. So this energy, I'm being told not to read this fully into the reading, but to touch on this here. So Peace Angel, I do feel like there's a bit of protection here, you guys, whether you want to look at this. The Blue Angel Oracle here talks a lot about the angels, Archangel Michael in particular. Peace coming to you is something that really stands out with this. This candle in the hurricane glass, or lantern style here, being guided to something like this new territory here, these echelons of power. Now then, being protected though, that hurricane glass is what's standing out to me. That flame, the warmth, love it, being protected. So the card that they want me to talk about here is protection. Love this. Protection. This is the first card that I pulled in this deck when I first got it. And it is my favorite card. It made me cry. It talks about being protected. But the part that really stood out to me was, because at the time, we're human. We go through our ups and downs. And I was definitely in a down mode. It's this reminder here that blue skies already exist. So whatever storm it is that we're going through at this time, there's a reminder that we're heading towards the blue skies, and also that these storms may not be or are not always our fault or something that we've done wrong. To be human means that we will get through some of these storms. So I love this, you guys. Great start. Love it, Spirit. Thank you so much. Mwah. Mwah, mwah. Okay. Let's get into this a little bit further, you guys. So the Star Codes Astro here. The first one that came through is Pallas Athena. To think. So what really stood out to me here on this is where the navigating the echelons of power is coming from. And to keep the mind connected to the heart. So Pallas Athena, Athena busted out of Zeus's, her father's head, fully armored, and is considered to be very wise. She is very wise. She is a thinker. She's also a great warrior. Rivaling that of men or overcoming. This is a reminder here that any component that we may see as feminine is certainly not to be considered a detriment when it comes to things like knowledge, right? Many different societies tend to subjugate that of women in particular, but the feminine, whatever gender you are, right? So this is a reminder here that we are stepping into to receive that knowledge. The part that also stood out to me here was to keep the helmet for the boardroom, not for the bedroom. And I feel like this is for somebody in particular, maybe a relationship or your romantic life in that way, your sex life, to remember that maybe there's a little bit too much head that's happening in the bedroom as well, okay? And to come back into a place of the heart. Don't feel like that's for everyone, but it's for someone. The boardroom also stood out to me here. This does feel pretty career oriented. So let's get into it a little further. The next one that came out was the ninth house, exploration. So ninth house is it could be travel. Would be like our the university would be in this house, or the airport, that sort of thing. What is standing out about this is our ability to push boundaries, to push our unique boundaries. So again, I'm getting this message 611 on the timer. That's my number personally for being on the right track. This feels like a very exciting message, you guys. And I didn't mean to take a week off from my last reading here. I had a huge move from the West Coast over to the East Coast, and I'm finally settling in. So I love you all. Thank you so much for your patience. I promise you I am getting back on track here, and we'll have a schedule. I'm getting through all the signs this month. I do intend to do a couple collective readings as well. So hang tight. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging in there. So let's get into it. Let's find out what else is coming for Taurus. Taurus. Let's get into the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle deck. General energy here, please, for Taurus regarding this message, Spirit. Ooh, Vulture. Fox here at the bottom, too. So I do feel like it's interesting the bedroom portion came through. I feel like somebody, to be honest, may be struggling with some concern over something like infidelity. I'm not saying that it is or isn't happening. What this feels like to me, though, because the fox is somebody who is monogamous. Being in the shadow, though, the energy of the shadow, it can certainly be feeling sneaky or being concerned that something may be going on. I feel like the request here is to come into the heart. Listen to your heart when he's calling for you. Something to the effect of the anxiety that's produced by the mind or overthinking something is getting in the way of something where the heart should be leading, okay? The card that came out here, though, is the Vulture. So this is death. We are or have gone through the cycle here with Scorpio, the death and rebirth. We are now in Sagittarius. We're now in Sagittarius season, which is beautiful that the ninth house comes through. So this is super Sagittarius energy being ruled by Jupiter. We're talking about movement. We're talking about exploring. Sagittarius being the tip of the spear that bursts through in regards to exploration, okay? Examining things, deeper truths, that sort of thing. So we're talking about really letting something go and moving on to the next cycle. I feel like for Taurus, there has been something that has either ended in a major way or is ending, but there's some difficulty in letting it go. Fear over what is being lost or what may not be gained. It could have something to do with a relationship. This feels a lot like work, though, too. A little bit of both, okay? Depending on who we are. But reminder that blue skies already exist. So what is it that Taurus needs at this time? Please, Spirit. What does Taurus need? Ooh, Nightingale. Love this, actually. Perfect. Nightingale. This is the voice, and it's also the heart, being connected to the heart. So speaking from the heart. This can also symbolize singing, so expressing oneself. We were talking about this intelligence with Pallas Athena here, and I do feel like this is being supported, particularly surrounding work or career ventures. When it comes to if this is something to do with relationship for you as well, I feel like this is a request to maybe back it off a little bit with the mind only, okay? To connect to the heart, okay? And to speak from the heart. Maybe music is something that you need to express yourself to. I do feel like always, I think regardless of whatever your skill or whatever is with music, singing, I feel like dancing with this too. We should all sing, we should all dance, because this is how we move and move energy through and express emotion in healthy ways, okay? This feels like something needs to be expressed. We'll get into that a little bit further too. What needs to be released here, please, for Taurus at this time? Both. Okay. Okay. Unicorn and hawk. Yes. So both the unicorn and the hawk come through as what Taurus needs to release right now. The unicorn to start, this is the third eye chakra. Doubt is what's coming to mind for me here. There's this experience with unicorn. Does it exist? Maybe it does. I think somebody saw a unicorn once. We can relate this to many different things where like faith would be involved. Doubt. There's a need to release doubt. And there's also a need to release projecting too far into the future here to try to extrapolate what the perfect outcome is going to be. I do feel like there's a request to be present here right now as we're talking about coming into the heart, because right now is where things need to happen in order to get you onto the path that you're wanting to be on. The hawk, perfect. What needs to be released? Perspective. Again, like I said, with the third eye there. This is being looking at the micro and also looking at the macro. So we could have a little bit of both. Because we have the ninth house here with exploration, that Saggy energy here. Sagittarius is great about seeing things out into the distance, whereas their opposing sign, Gemini, is great at seeing the details. They can birth. You guys are birthing. We're birthing bitches here, right? Both can use the energy of the other to kind of balance things out. So I do feel like we're talking about looking too far into the distance right now. There's a request to bring it back a little bit more to the present. Okay, one moment. Do need some water. Witches need water, right? Okay. Let's get into tarot, you guys. One more. You want one of these? No? One of these. Okay. All right. Yeah. Perfect. One more here for Taurus, please. This is the Magical Drum Oracle. This is done by Freya on Freya TV. For Taurus, please. Which one? This one. This one. Okay. The camp. The camp. Let's see. I'm still getting to know these cards here. 21, the camp. Love it. Okay. Connectedness, recognition, sacred journey, confront yourself, relaxation, and calm. You are on your way. Home, family, comfort, support. Being on the right path. Being on the right path, you guys. I love it. That 611 came through. Oh, that's lovely. Delicious, spirit. Delicious. New place to live, new job, salary raise, a place of calm. Do not fear silence. Remove noise and make boundaries around your sacred fire. Ancestral support. Oh, y'all. Taurus. Yes. Yes, Taurus. I love this. This is actually delicious message. Delicious. So whether this is work, this does feel like raise, okay? Somebody may be out of work, looking to transition jobs. There's so much support here in releasing something. Trust, okay? To come back to this place of calm. And looking too far into the future right now, I feel like is causing anxiety, like I said. So there is this reminder with Pallas Athena, although we are being supported with that mercurial energy of the mind, that the heart is really important right now, okay? All right, let's get into tarot now. Where do we want to start here, please? Murder of Crows. I'm here for it. I'm right here for it. So for Taurus, we'll start off here looking at your hopes and dreams. For Taurus, please, further into this message. How are y'all doing? Happy holidays, y'all. Whatever it is that you are celebrating this holiday season, I hope that you find some warmth at home yourself. I know that they certainly can be tricky, you know. I, for the last 4 years myself, have actually spent the holidays by myself, so I know how that goes. And I'm happy to say this year I'm not spending those colder nights by myself. So I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves and you're doing well. I'm thinking of you guys and I love you. Okay. All right. For Taurus here, let's look at hopes and dreams. And I may end up doing, it's been a while since I've done a live. I have done a live for the holidays, New Year's, Christmas, these last couple of years. I may do something to touch base with you guys, okay? Love this. So 5 of Wands to start. This is your hopes and dreams. The way I take this is confrontation, battling. So we're looking to take something that has been confrontational or difficult and make this a way for us to improve, to train ourselves rather than to have a constant chip on our shoulder. We're asking or we're hoping for things to get easier. I'm drawn back to that protection of the Blue Angel Oracle. What's the second one here? Capricorn? Okay. Capricorn. Let's look at your fear aversion at this time, Taurus. What else for Taurus here, please? And I did get a new little puppy, you guys. I've got scratches all over my arms and fingers. My fingers hurt. Little Sophie, I will show her off when she is ready. I would really love to be able to have her just hang out up here in the office while I'm doing readings, and we'll get there. She is a little bit rambunctious right now, so she's hanging out with my husband, but she is a freaking cutie. I'll probably post something on my community page just to put some beautiful puppy pictures in your life as well. Okay, so I love her. It's been really fun and trying in a lot of ways to welcome her into my family. So Sophia. Okay, love this. Fear aversion, you guys. The Fool. Totally makes sense. There is some trepidation towards taking this leap of faith, to bursting into new territory here. But with Pallas Athena, we are exploring these echelons of power, and these are new echelons, ones that, new levels, okay, that you feel maybe you didn't have access to before, or that you didn't belong in, you didn't deserve. This is a new year, right? New year, new you, okay? Let's get into it. More general energy here for the message, please, Spirit. Ace of Swords, yes. New thought, okay? The truth. The truth here is that you are protected, that blue skies already exist. It does very much feel like something is tricky right now. It won't be that way for long, especially for any major changes, home, career, that sort of thing. A salary raise by your next solar return is what I'm getting, okay? Love this. Oh, I love that. This can also represent anxiety, okay? Back to the Pallas Athena energy, the Ace of Swords is intellect only. It is not connection to the emotions or to the intuition. With this coming through here, especially next to the Five of Wands, we're hoping to break free from this maybe cold nature. It's time to feel the warmth again, to bring it home. Like I said in the meditation there at the beginning. What else here, please, along the lines of the Ace of Swords, please, for Taurus? Ace of Wands and Two of Pentacles. Love it. Love this journey for you guys. So Ace of Wands, there is a new journey. Getting this energy back, too. I would wager there's maybe even a bit of depression, okay, along with the anxiety that's happening right now. The Two of Pentacles, we're coming back into this place of balance. We're rebalancing our thoughts and we're rebalancing our energy towards our journey. This is also the Magician's Wand, the Ace of Wands. I did have the Nine of Cups was standing out as I was shuffling the Murder of Crows too, like a wish made a wish coming true, okay? I feel like the difficulty right now is especially feeling like we have the energy to pursue something. The Vulture is standing out to me again here. There is a need to fully let something go because that opportunity, that belief system, that emotional experience, the weight of grief, not that we can just fully dismiss that, but allowing ourselves to move through something allows us to move through something. The singing and the singing and the dancing was standing out to me here as well. It feels like something needs to move through. Allow yourself to express using your voice or your body right now, even if it is grief, especially if it's grief. Okay. A little bit of my tea here. All right. Let's move forward, you guys. One more here for Taurus. Obsession. Totally. Divine timing as well. Everything has a higher purpose. Again, brought back here to the protection component. Allow yourself to be guided. trust that there is guidance. The do we land the cobra stood out to me here in the wild unknown animal oracle deck, okay, which is when the student's ready, the teacher appears. So obsession, focusing too much on one situation, they need to take a step back to watch that anxiety, you guys. That anxiety, what stands out to me about that is anxiety is this energy that needs to be put towards something. It is a request for creation. So if we're remaining stagnant, if we're sticking around something that should have expired, right? Or keeping it around, it's not allowing us to use new energy towards creating something else. This Ace of Wands is also that explosive energy of the powder keg. It is the energy that's required for creation. Whatever it is you guys are busting through, this new level here is extremely exciting. Allow yourselves to be excited too in the moment, not like, oh, when this comes. Find that excitement now is what I'm getting. Don't wait, act now. Okay, good stuff. Let's look at the good stuff here too. For Taurus, please, Spirit. 8 of Cups, okay. Anything in this section is good stuff. So 8 of Cups is leaving something behind, walking away from something, okay? It can be not walking away from something. Because we have the vulture here with death, this is a reminder that when you do, whatever this is that you need to let go of, the baggage that needs to be released, when you do, you're not only leaving behind whatever this burden is, but also this component of feeling like something is missing. Abandonment, okay? I feel like someone here or someone's is feeling abandoned, especially if this is a relationship component that's coming through. There is some sorrow and grief, I feel. And this isn't to dismiss that at all. That certainly needs to be felt and moved through. We also have to allow ourselves to move through. With that Pallas Athena busting through Zeus's head, how she was born there, fully armored, this feels like we need to allow ourselves to follow the energy of the moment even. This feels like there is a wave of energy that's pushing us forward, Taurus. Ride that wave, baby. Ride that wave, okay? What else here, please, in the good stuff for Taurus? Oh my God. 8 of Cups, you guys. So when that happens, we get 2 of the same, 22, 22 on the timer as well. That spirit saying, I didn't stutter. Whatever this is, the leap of faith that we're afraid of here, the fear aversion towards a new path, let yourself do it. Walk away from that thing that feels like you need to be walking away from that. This feels also like maybe even logically. Logically, you're looking at it and going, I shouldn't. And I'm not encouraging like abandon your job if you don't have a way to eat or pay your rent. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. Please be intelligent also. This is pushing us to think beyond where it is that we're comfortable, though. Maybe there is a relationship that it's time to move beyond, or a living situation somewhere that you're working. You're feeling that call or hearing that call from somewhere else. It's coming from inside the house, right? To go do something else. Heed that call. Okay, what else here, please? Oh, you want one of these. What else along the lines of the 8 of Cups here? What happens when we walk away? Can we look at that, please? 3 of Wands. It's time for expansion. New levels. New devil. New level, new devil, you guys. The devil here at the bottom. 23:32 on the timer as well. New level, new devil. 3 of Wands. Your ship coming in. Help arriving at exactly the right time. Trust, okay? Whatever that call is you're feeling to move away from something, trust it. There is assistance here. And believe that. That's your fear here, is that when you take that leap, there's not going to be the next step available or a net that's catching you. You can't be caught unless you take that leap. Move the energy, and the energy will move for you, okay? You can do this, Taurus. You can do this. Let's look at what you don't see coming, okay? The devil. Yes, new level, new devil, you guys. Okay, so with this coming through in what we don't see coming, this is like the shadow. It can be obsession, right? I do feel like the anxiety component of this may be eating some of us up a little bit more than others. And this is feeling a bit tricky, okay? We don't see maybe how much the barbs of that anxiety are controlling us, okay? What I also feel with that, though, new level, new devil, whatever this new echelon of power is, this new territory you're breaking into, that job, that level of income, right? that relationship that respects you and honors you. To wield this carefully here, your honor depends on it. Interesting. I have chills on that. So the way that you're treated, okay, abuse of power can be a part of the devil here too. If this is a relationship romantically or business-wise, I'd wager that you're not being treated the way that you deserve to be treated, Taurus. And just don't work for us, okay? Something new in the way of the shadow that is going to need to be dealt with here. So as you're stepping into, maybe you are in a place of like, hell yeah, that job's available for me. I just boosted my income to a new tax bracket. However, that's being expressed for you. There is a lot of excitement to that. And there are also things that come along as far as troubles or difficulties that maybe you're not expecting there, okay? Maybe having to pay those taxes, right? All of the not so much fun stuff about that. What else here, please, and what we don't see coming? This could certainly be a person, especially because of the position of the people here on the card. As I said that, leave the helmet for the boardroom, not the bedroom. To use your heart here in these kinds of endeavors, all right? There's something about seeing something truthfully with your heart, not just your head, okay? What else here, please, and what we don't see coming for Taurus? Spirit. Ooh. Knight of Pentacles. This did Nine of Cups here at the bottom too. So a wish coming true, you guys, that feeling satiety is what's coming through, feeling satiated with something. So coming in alongside 2626 on the timer, the devil here, this feels like something where we've been insatiable, right? Maybe that is sex. Maybe that is a physical pursuit. Something coming into balance is what I'm getting there. Not that it's wrong to have pleasure at all. Taurus, as you know, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Knight of Pentacles, and this did kind of fly through in reverse. So the way I take this is something's finally moving. Something's finally moving forward here. Something that has felt stuck, that job, that income progress, that relationship, wherever it is. Maybe you're looking at purchasing a house, moving in some way. What else here, please? And what we don't see coming. Energy activation and awakening, a realization shift or discovery. Connect to the divine through meditation or prayer. I'm brought back to the heart here. This is why. So what is the message here that's coming through? What is the strength? Love winning over hate. Ace of Pentacles too. You've had 3 aces here now. You're starting something new. Ace of Pentacles, this is a seed. What do you want to plant? This could also be a child for some of you guys. If you're not looking to get pregnant, be careful, okay? That 9 of Cups can symbolize the 9 months of childbirth as well, of gestation anyway, I guess. Hopefully you're not having a child for 9 months straight. Strength is what comes through. What is this message that we're connecting to the divine or the awakening, the realization, shift, or discovery? You're tapping into your strength. You're coming back to that place of calm. Love winning over hate. Whatever the hate or abuse of power that the devil's representing here, that you didn't see coming or don't see coming, we're all going to be on different timelines here. You're coming back to this place of finding your center and peace. What I'm getting is like, that's the key that's required here to get through this door, to leave something behind, to move on to that next level. So what's the difficulty here? What is the challenge for Taurus? Yes, judgment. Heeding the call itself, you guys. This is the resurrection. Allowing yourself, maybe this is you that needs to die, right? We can't be resurrected until we're fully dead. Something cannot be revived until it's dead. Otherwise, the word has no meaning. But this is hearing the call to move from a life of death to where there is life. The difficulty here is actually doing that. Having the 8 of Cups, 2 8 of Cups here in the positive for you guys tells me that the difficulty is in walking away from something. Tell me more about this, please, for Taurus. Judgment, the difficulty. Gosh, yeah, okay. 8 of Swords here too. There's your anxiety and feeling trapped in the mind. 6 of Swords. This is the transition. It feels like something needs to be given up, like a price to be paid to ride the ride here. The hard part is the transition, you guys, walking away from whatever this is. Because there's so much fear, you can't see what's ahead of you. This is where we need to move that energy through to release that anxiety and to put that towards creative endeavors. The Ace of Pentacles that came through here too, if we don't see, the Ace of Pentacles represents everything that's possible here in the world, in the realm. If we don't see it, if it's not beating our door down or flying through our windows, we go out to pursue it. It's the agreement that we made with the Magician's Wand here to create, to put the effort forward into creating it. And this is the secret that most people don't, like, this is beautiful, beautiful spread, you guys. Will you engage with the energy? Tarot is not, a magical message that's saying, here, this is all being delivered to you. It is. This energy is here to work with. Are you going to work with it? I would recommend it. Whatever this is you're feeling afraid to move from, do it anyway. Have courage, the strength, okay? What you don't see coming is finding that courage. Because you're badass, all right, Taurus? Let's pull one more here, and then I'll do a Medicine Heart Oracle to close this out. In the difficulty for Taurus, please. Boundaries. Know when to put up and let down your walls. So we did have, where is it here? The Three of Wands, help arriving at exactly the right time with the good stuff. This does feel like it's coming in the form of a person, and there might be a bit of trepidation, like I said, in allowing somebody to help you. This isn't the time, ego. Leo, we had that in the meditation as well. Handling this carefully, but your honor depends on it. So to watch the ego here when assistance does come forward. This isn't about having pride in that way. We could be at many different levels. Maybe there's a need for assistance financially from an institution or from the government or from a friend, right? This is not the time to have pride, is what I'm getting. This gift, the protection, the blue skies already exist, and you're being directed to that place. But what comes next for you, whether this is career, place to live, new relationship, this looks great, you guys. This looks great. All right, last message here for Taurus, please, to close this out. Oh, the pandas. Nagalia Ponya. And we have the lion here at the bottom we ended on. Love that. I ain't lying, Taurus. All right, I'll read this to you here. No matter how great the odds may seem, difficulties will be positively transformed. That which appears to be declining will yield new possibilities. A gentle approach will conserve your energy and attract all necessary resources. You have considerable resilience, and there is a restorative, replenishing wisdom at play in your life, reversing a negative trend and guiding you into a more abundant, restful, and supported reality. Yes, allow yourself to release whatever that is, you guys. And this feels like maybe a negative belief about your own experience. You as a person, what you deserve, what is able to manifest around you. Allow yourself to think a new thought. We had that with the Ace of Swords, okay? All right, Taurus, I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope this message is helpful. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very soon. Be well.